Hello, all you racing fans. I'm Duuz-Diz-Din coming at you with another Team Sonic Racing Overdrive episode review. This time it's part 2, titled Eyes on the Prize, which in truth is actually the final part, which really took me off guard because I thought this would go on, at least a little bit further, at least have 5 parts, just like Sonic Mania, the Sonic Mania shorts by Tyson Hess. But I guess since the game actually comes out next month, then I guess they just wanted a few parts to kind of get people at least a little hype, which I love this approach to doing things, just these nice little cartoon shorts, just to kind of keep it in the public mindset. Because these shorts are very well received by the public time and time again. So it's a great marketing strategy on the most part. And I love this kind of thing where with each character you get their character songs when they're kind of in the lead or very prominently featured. Where it's Knuckles' song when he's in the lead racing against Rouge, and I love this little rivalry they have going with each other. The previous episode very much focused on Team Rose doing their own thing against Team Sonic, whereas here it's Team Sonic versus Team Dark. And so as Knuckles is in the lead, Rouge busts out the spikes, and I love how dinky it looks where it just punctures his tire. But it's just like, well, now you got a blown out tire. And I love Rouge's just like Ojo-sama laugh, where she's just laughing about the fact that now she's in the lead. However, an egg pawn dressed up like a cat is in her path, and she has to swerve to avoid it and crashes her car basically. And I love the fact that Eggman is just in the bushes, just messing with the heroes, and he's not even doing anything maniacal, he's just messing up the race for them. And it's like, why? You're not even in the race, dude. What is this all about? But now both Knuckles and Rouge are in dire straits for the most part, so Rouge ends up calling Omega on her little flip phone, and she asks Omega for help, only for him to end up crashing because of it as well. I guess he got a little distracted by Rouge's call, which just literally pops up in his field of vision. Meanwhile, Knuckles gets some actual assistance from Tails, who is, tech savvy and would know how to patch up a busted tire, at least would carry around the spare at the most part. And I love how Knuckles just mocks Rouge in this instance. And it's just like, you can't really be mad at him because it's just like, well, Rouge put him in that situation to begin with, so he's probably just like, that's some karma for your ass. But then Shadow starts to approach, trying to get back into the league, and Rouge initially thinks that, Shadow being her friend would help her out, but no, in this situation, Shadow would never. He's too competitive to just slow down and help out any form of ally. It would take a major situation for him to do that, so naturally Rouge is just pissed off because they can't go any further. And Eggman is still doing his cat in the middle of the road bit, but Shadow just runs that right over, and I loved the shocked face they gave Eggman. Like, that is 100% pure Tyson Hessery. Yes, I'm using his name as a verb, because these kind of expressions and little minute character moments that last all of a second is just always has him written all over it. So Shadow starts to gain some speed up on Tails, and he brings out the Eagle Wisp in order to just send Tails into a, spin, basically. And I love the sly little smile that Shadow gives. Like, it's probably the most expressive moment for Shadow during this whole short. But then Sonic comes in, next to Tails to help him regain control over his vehicle. But then Shadow brings out the Cube Wisp to, knock them off balance as well because he wants to maintain that lead. I love all the integrations of just solid racing, item strategies, basically, I guess I should say. Where it's just like they're using it to the fullest. It's actually like a race, and it shows that a Mario Kart animated series actually feels a little viable. I mean, we had wacky races. I don't know why people are just like, oh, well, I couldn't really make a series out of a race. It's just like, yeah, you could. Just make it not that involved. And there you go. Hell, Hot Wheels had an entire series based off of racing, and they did pretty well there. But, as Sonic and Tails are still trying to gain on Shadow, in comes Knuckles, who I don't know where he was, but he actually manages to start fighting for the lead against Shadow. And it feels like, I know it's probably not, but it feels like a nice callback to towards the end of the Archie series where Knuckles and Shadow had this little moment where they were fighting this villain, and they actually had a fairly intense rivalry as well there. So that felt like a great little callback, even though it probably isn't. And then Knuckles, wanting some help, sends out this mystery wisp, container for whoever can grab it, and it ends up being Tails, who gets these 3 boost wisps that immediately increase his speed, so he's able to catch up with Shadow and Knuckles. However, Sonic is still kind of lagging behind, so he wants to, get a little bit of a boost going too, and he notices this ramp that'll send him into a, drifting boost for the most part. So he uses it and goes into a drift. So Shadow still manages to maintain his lead towards the finish line. As they start to approach, Sonic manages to catch up with Knuckles and Tails. They start to use their Team Booster in order to start to gain on Shadow, overtaking him in his car, sending his car flying. Shadow manages to pop out using Chaos Control, and he just walks himself to the stands where he steals a bag of popcorn from a chow. And he's just like, man, Shadow, don't be a jerk. And I just love this little moment where they're all in the stands and stuff. Omega, adorable, just great. It's really fun, and great use of CG on Omega. In certain instances, I'm a little off-put by the fact that he's CG, but since all the mechanical stuff, the vehicles and stuff like that are all CG, it makes sense for them to make Omega CG. And they give lots of fluid animation to both Rouge and Shadow. Because when that scene where Rouge kicked her car is actually very fluidly animated. I don't know who specifically worked on that part, but that was very nicely done. So Team Sonic manages to win. However, then Eggman comes in to just try to take their trophy for some reason, and it's just like, Eggman, you didn't even race. I don't know what you're taking that for. And then he gets his comeuppance by having Shadow's car just fall right on top of him, like Wicked Witch of the East or West style, whatever. And so he's basically crushed. I don't know if he's dead or not, but an egg pawn in the background makes it kind of seem like he's like fatally injured, but Team Sonic is the victor. And man, I'm going to miss these shorts because they've just been so fun, and I'm just wondering what the next project will be, if this is it for the Team Sonic Racing Overdrive shorts. What will we get next? Will we get a few more possibly, or will they start doing shorts for the next Sonic game coming out there? Because I think the next one is the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, and for Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. So I don't know if they'll make shorts about that, and if they'll even feature any Nintendo characters in that. Because these shorts are mostly produced by Sega, so I don't know if that'll work out, or if there's another game down the line. which I very much hope there is. You know, I'm always excited for a Sonic game, for better or for worse in certain situations. But I'm definitely hoping at some point we get another Sonic animation in general, because, you know, now that Sonic Boom is just a non-entity anymore, I want Sonic animation back. You know, we have a good comic series now, and, you know, I want an animation as well. You know, rest in peace Sonic Boom, because you were probably one of the best Sonic medias out there. Not the game, the animation, because just the fun, you know, tongue-in-cheek humor and just the fourth wall breaking and all of that was just so well done, surprisingly, and I really missed it at this point. But tell me your thoughts on this short in the comment section below. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Would you have preferred something else? And if you like this video, feel free to leave me a like. If you didn't, feel free to give me a dislike and tell me what I did wrong in the comment section below. And subscribe and hit the bell icon for more Sonic the Hedgehog content, in whatever form it may come out in. And if you want to find me on social media, Google Duuz-Diz-Din. I'm everywhere for better or for worse. And until the next video, remember to always race fair. Bye-bye.